Spencer was the ninth caller, so he gets to go first. Hello, Spencer. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing very well, thank you. You get first choice here today. Would you like match game puzzle A, B, C, or D?
I'm going to go with C.
C it is. So listen closely. I'll read you a sentence and leave one word out of it. Leave it blank. You fill in the blank. Think about what you're going to say while Chris, Demm, BB Shea, and Dave write down their answer and try to match all three of them. Here it is. Jack said, "This is the worst seafood restaurant I ever ate in. They serve fish and blank chips." Think about that, Spencer, and everybody writes down their answer. Jack said, "This is the worst seafood restaurant I ever ate in. They serve fish and blank chips." I don't know that that's grammatically correct. I ever ate in. I mean, it's not quite done. You don't end a sentence with a preposition.
No, you don't.
In which I've ever eaten. Jack said, "This is the worst seafood restaurant in which I have ever eaten. They serve fish and blank chips."
It doesn't help me. I mean, I appreciate your grammar, but
Yeah, the English language things.
I saw some email today, and the person had put, it was supposed to be like my idea and my brother's idea, and it was like my brother and I's idea, and it's like I apostrophe S. And Chris, Demm, and I are into grammar. He's better than I am.
We're dying breed, but
Yeah. He's like,
we're losing.
we can't. Oh, we've lost. Biggie said before we left, "You've lost."
How's
You've lost
BB
that.
Shea as a speller, Kelly? Sometimes you will exchange more emails with BB Shea than
Not
me.
bad. Not bad.
I try to be good.
You're pretty good
I
at
care
it.
about grammar too, but sometimes I just get lazy with it, you know.
Yeah, sometimes. But you've done pretty well here. I'd say. Biggie once spelled French fries Fry apostrophe S on the screen, and my head almost exploded.
Boy.
We were talking about foods and so forth.
French
He
fries.
wrote the word French
The
fries.
man knows a French fry.
Yeah, Fry
He's
apostrophe
ordered
S. That's right.
well, he makes them possessive because they were always his. See, the apostrophe
That's right.
shows possession.
Yes, and everybody just uses an apostrophe.
They don't care.
Oh, believe me.
Yeah.
They'll
Those
throw it
are
around.
I
all
can't
the
tell you how
time.
many letters we get to the Demm.
Oh, yes. All the time. And it doesn't matter. If a word ends with S, about half the time, an apostrophe just is stuck in there.
And people you think would know,
Know better.
don't know better.
Don't get me started.
Don't.
Okay. Let's go back to Spencer.
All right.
Jack said, "This is the worst seafood restaurant in which I have ever eaten. They serve fish and blank chips." What do you say, Spencer?
Kale chips.
Kale chips. That's a good answer. I didn't think of that.
Yes,
That's a good
it
one.
is good.
Kale chips, he says, BB Shea.
Kind of close. Seaweed chips.
Seaweed chips. Ooh, that is close. You can get both at Costco.
It's like the seaweed of the ocean.
You can get both of those at Costco.
Yeah.
The dried. Over to Chris, Demm. And they're
Well,
delicious snack.
I've had kale chips. I don't love them, but I wrote down computer chips.
Computer chip. Yeah, funny. That's good. David.
Computer chips is good. I didn't come up with that. I just I couldn't come up with anything really. I just said poker chips.
Poker chips. I think all those are good answers. Kale
Yeah,
chips are very good.
weak.
But it's 0 matches for Spencer. Here's the good news for Spencer. We've had four-way ties at 0 before, so it can happen. Gary doesn't want it to. He's next. Gary, you can have A, B, or D. Which would you like?
Let me go with B.
B it is. All right, listen closely and try to match Chris Demm, BB Shea.
Got somewhere
He's
to
a
be.
turn signal
Dave
guy, which is
Aiken.
nice.
I like that too. Mrs. Smith said, "There's a famous old newspaper called The Village Voice. Well, they named a new website after my husband. It's called The Village Blank." Think about that, Gary. Mrs. Smith said, "There's a famous old newspaper called The Village Voice. Well, they've named a new website after my husband. It's called The Village Blank." Chris Demm already in. I think there's an obvious answer to this. Let's see here.
I don't know it.
Okay. Mrs. Smith said, "There's a famous old newspaper called The Village Voice. Well, they've named a new website after my husband. It's called The Village Blank. Need just one Gary to take the lead. 0, and you're tied with Spencer, and you'll both continue to possibly wait for overtime.
I guess in the olden days, you could only get the Village Voice in New York.
I think so, yeah. Is it still a thing, The Village Voice?
I don't know the answer.
I don't either. I feel like it's gone out of business, but I'm not sure.
Is it all digital now?
But probably.
Village being Greenwich.
Is that right? Yeah,
I think so.
And but was it spread all over New York or just in the village?
I think it went all throughout the city because it was kind of like for a time it was
Like
where the cultural
Yeah.
flashpoints were taking place.
It's a
like
big
all
deal.
the cool stuff happened through the voice.
I've always heard of it. Okay, this is back to Gary. Mrs. Smith said, there's a famous old newspaper called The Village Voice. Well, they've named a new website after my husband. It's called The Village Blank. What do you say, Gary?
People.
The Village People. The Village People.
Oh.
B. Shay.
I put idiot.
Idiot. That's what I thought. The Village Idiot. Right. Chris Demm.
I'm with BB Shea, Village Idiot.
Yeah, that's the one, I think. David.
I'm not with it today.
No.
I said cheat.
The Village Cheat. We've known for some time you're not with it, Dave.
Dave and I were having a conversation about that.
Yeah.
Some days you just don't have it.
Dave, do you need to go to a facility?
We know one where there's an opening.
Yeah,
soon.
we know there.
Is there an opening at
We
one
can
soon?
get you in this Sunday. There's a space for you.
Do they do other things?
They do.
Besides.
Okay, King is next. We have a 0-0 tie. Hello, King. How are you?
Gentlemen, King Short, E4 and Stubby Oaks.
Tremendous to
just
hear
did.
from
Your
you.
royalness.
You can have A or D, and it's wide open because nobody's gotten a match yet. Which would you like?
All righty, let's go with A.
A it is. Listen closely now. Old man Periwinkle said,
Yeah.
I think old lady Murphy's mind is going. Today, instead of hanging her laundry on the line, she hung her blank on the line. Okay. It's an old school clothesline joke. Old man Periwinkle said, I think old lady Murphy's mind is going. Today, instead of hanging her laundry on the line, she hung her blank on the line. Think about it, King. Chris Demm's already in. He knows clotheslines.
Yeah, I know. You might need to explain that part to BB
You know
Shea.
clotheslines?
No, what is that?
It's not a line of clothing. It's where you take wet clothing and hang it out to dry in the air.
I'll tell you.
Why not just put it in the machine?
We don't have machines.
What machines?
No, we didn't have machines. We didn't want to waste the energy. I'll tell you, it smelled better when you did it out there. Like,
Absolutely. Your sheets on your bed always smell
wonderful.
better.
When you hung them out to dry.
Yeah, explain why.
it was-
Ain't no ransomware on a clothesline.
it was ain't no ransomware on a clothesline.
Tell me about the good old days.
That's what I'm. Dave and I.
But,
are
you know,
all
everywhere
in
you
it.
move, Kelly, your HOA won't allow clotheslines.
Clotheslines. They can't have clothesline, the HOA, because it's a little bit junky looking.
In the front yard.
Right.
You know, in my day, we used to tie our dogs to them, give them away room to run.
We did
You know,
too.
instead of just chaining them to a stationary pole,
Right.
you chained them to the clothesline so they could
Run up and down.
the yard.
That's
Trolley,
right.
yeah.
That's right. Old man Periwinkle said, I think old lady Murphy's mind is going. Today, instead of hanging her laundry on the line, she hung her blank on the line. King, fill in that blank.
Wow, that's a hard one. I'm going to say dentures.
Dentures. Okay, that's pretty good. That's an old lady for you. Show us your dentures, BB Shea.
Put wig.
Her wig. Also
Good
good.
answer.
Also good. Chris Demm.
Or a pussycat.
Okay. Easy now. He wrote that early.
Old ladies have cats.
See, he knows old ladies.
Well, he's an old lady, and he has pussycats.
Plenty of them.
That's right. David.
Her bosoms.
Her bosoms.
You see, as you age,
Actual bosoms
That's pretty good.
to dry?
well,
The
they
sagginess?
tend to sag. You want to? Mm-hmm. They need fresh air.
Sadly, it's your finest answer.
I'd agree.
0-0-0, and it's wide open for Art. If he gets one, he wins the thing. If not, we go to overtime. Art, are you ready, sir?
I am.
One match game puzzle left. Here it is. Tommy said, my wife has just been diagnosed with a heart condition. Her heart beats too fast. To help her stay calm, we need to have her, I'm sorry,
From the top.
from the top. Tommy said, my wife has just been diagnosed with a heart condition. Her heart beats too fast. To help her stay calm, we need her to have conversations with the most boring person we can find. So I'm calling blank. All right, Art? There you are. Tommy said, my wife has just been diagnosed with a rare heart condition. Her heart beats too fast. To help her stay calm, we need her to have conversations with the most boring person we can find. So I'm calling blank. Okay, think about it, Art, and everybody writes down their answer. I think the key here is the boring.
Right.
All right. I don't want to get too inside the numbers, but the boring is a big word there. Tommy said, my wife has just been diagnosed with a rare heart condition. Her heart beats too fast. To help her stay calm, we need her to have conversations with the most boring person we can find. So I'm calling blank. All right. Think about it. Everybody writes down their answer. Art, you need 1 to win this game. Are we going to a 4-way overtime here, which we've done before? We've done it before.
Well,
Okay. Everybody in?
I am.
Okay,
But
he's
that's
in.
no prize.
He's in. That's right. BB Shea, you're in. Okay. Back to you, Art. This is it. Tommy said, my wife has just been diagnosed with a rare heart condition. Her heart beats too fast. To help her stay calm, we need her to have conversations with the most boring person we can find. So I'm calling blank. What do you say, Art?
Chris Kelly.
That's afraid of that.
Yeah.
That's for the win now.
See what happened.
That's for the win.
Yeah.
Chris Kelly, if we see 1, will BB Shea have the courage to say it?
I don't know if this counts, but
Yeah.
I said anyone who plays pickleball.
It's a very good answer, but I don't think it counts.
Great answer, but it's too general.
It's not
It's the
specific
fastest growing
enough.
sport in
Yeah.
America.
It is the fastest growing sport in America. Chris, and I'll remember that. Chris Demm.
Uncle Joe Biden.
Uncle Joe Biden. Great answer. David for the win.
Uncle Joe.
Joe Biden. Wow. Clear the deck.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow. That's a shocker. 4-way tie at 0. It's lightning round. We go back to Spencer. Spencer, blank duty. D-U-T-Y. Blank duty. Blank duty.
I got you.
There it is.
Man.
There it is. Everybody in?
Yeah.
All right, Spencer. Blank duty.
Jury.
Jury duty. Dave just came off of jury duty. Let's go to BB Shea.
Dog.
Dog duty. I think you might be the spelling. Just says dog duty.
Sometimes you have to spell it out, too.
Chris Demm.
Well, I think this is a truck. I said super duty.
Super duty. David.
That's where I live, a jury.
Jury duty. That's where he is. That's what I thought too. 1 is what he has. That means that Gary needs to get at least 1 to stay in the game. Blank fruit. F-R-U-I-T. Blank fruit. Blank fruit. Blank fruit. Blank fruit.
Okay.
All right, everybody in?
Yeah.
Okay, Gary. Blank fruit. What do you say?
Grape.
Grape. Grapefruit. Perfect answer, BB Shea.
Superfruit.
Superfruit.
The hell is superfruit?
He doesn't know.
Look at that man. He's got a perfectly round
Come
head.
on now.
You don't eat bags of superfruit in there like he does popcorn.
Chris Demm.
Grapefruit.
Grapefruit.
Hey.
Dave, break the tie.
Grape.
Grapefruit. 2 for Gary. Gary hangs on. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to Spencer. We go now to King. King needs at least 2 to stay in the game. King, motor blank. Motor blank. Motor blank. Motor blank. Motor blank. Everybody in?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, King. Motor blank. What do you say?
Motorboat.
Motorboat. Surely you're going to match Dave on this. Motorboat. We need 2 here. BB Shea.
Motor for your boat.
Motorboat. 1. Chris Demm. Boat. 2. David.
Keep it going, baby.
Wow. King 4. P1 from Stubby Oaks takes the lead. Now that means that Art's got to get all 3. Do you know I thought motor oil? I was going to say motor oil.
That's no
today.
fun.
Car burns it.
It's not. That's right. That's right. All
Well,
the time.
leaks it.
All the time. Art. Michelle blank. Michelle blank. Michelle blank. Everybody's in. All right, Art. Try to tie it with 3. Michelle blank. What do you say?
Obama.
Gotta be Obama. Let's see if you can get 3 of them.
Obama.
Obama. 1. Christine.
Michelle Obama.
Dave, I know you wrote that. That's your girl. Show it to us.
Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer. Oh, my goodness. Dave.